shots, but they missing, they need aim. Caught the signal like Bruce Wayne. Never had it all, but I built.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Green Bay Packers. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. This defense for the Packers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. In fact, being able to take the ball away and give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out. I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Bro.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd down at the 34-yard line.
Ready.
Love. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You talk about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
No wonder as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal. At the Packers 2-yard line.
They'll try to pound it in with Ricard. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Tyler Loop now for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, Loop
back out to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here we go. Black shot. 33. Yellow. Ready.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Love now. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Able to fight through one tackle. Well, it goes a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Ravens will take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And the Ravens first down.
Jackson. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
This time Jackson will throw it. And Walker has it.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Jackson going to keep it running right.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
First down, Ravens.
From the gun to give to Mitchell.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 8-yard line.
Now Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Luke now for the extra point.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Packers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing with the line of scrimmage.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern, because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion, and they think he might be off to the races.
They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now it's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Off the option, here's Henry. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Play action this time with Love. Short throw to Musgrave. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
4 yards on.
Now a 2nd and 6.
At the 48-yard line.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
31 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Running free at the 45. Moving inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 87 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying the crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy's simply sensational.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Love from the gun on third down. And he is caught. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
First down.
Now again to Jenkins running right. Takes it to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. A first down carry for Henry. And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
A toss left. Henry trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down.
On the end around, here comes Williams. That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
At the 28-yard line.
On fourth down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the round is on. It's 24-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go. Yellow, 22. Ready?
Love looking to throw it. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
First down, here's Mitchell. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, give me a D.
Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Down to the 42, second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Henry again on second down. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Here's Jackson. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44.
Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10. at their own 44-yard line.
On the ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And that is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ready.
Here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On third down, Henry. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Hardman on the return. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. A stoppage here following the play, and it looks like Josh Jacobs was shaken up and in need of some assistance.
Here we go. Set. Set.
And he fouled it. It's on the ground.
That ball was not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
60 red.
Now Love. That is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
12 yards on the return that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Credit the defense there to Quay Walker, getting behind the line of scrimmage before they can rip off any sort of a game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jackson options out left. And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line.
41-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Ready?
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Down to the 42, 2nd down. A stoppage here following the play, and it looks like Josh Jacobs was shaken up and in need of some assistance. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Play action. It's Jackson. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
1st and goal, Baltimore.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Play action. Now Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to fight defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems so.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Let's go.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. And they're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Ready. Hunt.
There's a handoff to Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Set. Ready. 33. Yellow. Hunt.
Throwing. Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Set. Set.
To throw now. Here's Love. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
To throw is Jackson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? but you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot on the depth chart points before this game is over.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Okay.
Second and 11 now.
Down. 60 reps. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Love. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. A pause now as they tend to an injured player. And it's the quarterback, Jordan Love. He's shaken up out there. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here now, a 3rd and 20.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Huh.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On now is the Packers punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they'll be set up with great field position as this is going to be touchdown right at the 40-yard line.
Shot.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 40 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3rd down and 13. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way to throw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. But I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people so they could run it, and then protected their passers so they could throw it.
So for Baltimore, they get a critical 10th win on the year with one game left to go. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.